Hello, everyone. This morning I was battling some negative thoughts. It came into my mind of, why are you sharing all of this free information? Don't you know that nobody is liking or sharing, or the majority of the people are not sharing your content and you're not going viral? And I had to respond to those thoughts in my mind and say, I'm a kingdom citizen. And as a kingdom citizen, whatever I sow, I will reap. You see, sometimes, even though you have negative thoughts, you have to learn how to combat them. Because if you don't, they'll drag you down into a path that you don't want to go. The seeds that I'm sharing, they will fall on fertile ground. Somebody is going to get hired. Somebody's going to change jobs. Somebody's going to get a 40% salary change just by reading our content and staying connected with us. That brings me to what I want to talk about today. Today, I'll talk about being rejected because I'm overqualified. Have you gotten that response from an interview before? Or you've gotten that response when you were putting in a job application? If you thought it was just about you and being overqualified, you may have missed the point. You see, we shouldn't underestimate our competition. Our competition in this case, assuming that is the company that you want to apply for, they have your resume, but they still chose to bring you in for an interview, which means they know that you are already overqualified. What they really want to know is, why did you apply for a role that's below what you normally apply for? Now, this can be a trick question, but if you are strong in leadership, you'll quickly understand that when you go to work for a company, it's not all about the skills that you bring to the table. There's another huge piece of this, and that is, do you even want to work for the company? Do their mission align with your goals? Are you interested in what they're doing, and are you passionate about how you want to help them? One of the things that you can consider and understand is, at this point, they really want to know what attracted you to the company. So instead of sharing all your credentials and recapping all the skills that you have, you need to be thinking strategically as to how you can still provide the expertise that you have at the company while also showing them that their mission is something that you're passionate about. Because yes, you're choosing this company not only because you're overqualified, but you're choosing this company because they have something that you resonate with in your personal values. This is also a skill for leadership in which I've had to deal with in my life. I've had senior leaders pull me aside and say, hey, Gerald, what you're saying is not an issue. The problem is that you may know all the technical answers in this space, but because the people that you're talking to are not where you are, you need to be careful about how you're coming off. Do you want to come off arrogant? Or is your idea that everybody in the room gets elevated because you're there? And so when you really think about it, this is a leadership question. If you're constantly getting feedback that you're overqualified, then you need to think about your approach. Why don't you try this? How can you help people around you come to the same conclusion that you've come to without you having to actually say it? So in an interview, it may look something like this. Yes, I may have more experience than the role requires, but at this stage in my career, I'm looking for a company that aligns with my personal values and that their mission aligns with what I would like to do in the future. And yes,